Man, I'm still trying to emotionally recover, man. Goodness, still so raw. Oh, man. I would have liked to at least get a shot up. You know, obviously, with Luka taking it in the backcourt, kind of on that steal attempt, it messed up our spacing a bit. We were going for a quick 2. That was the plan. It didn't end up going that way, and I should have just gave Luka a little bit more spacing. And then I thought I had a shot attempt on the second time he drove and kicked, and then I was expecting Theo to be in a spot, and it's just end of the clock, and adrenaline's running high, anything could happen. So I got to get a shot up, if anything, or allow Luka to have some space to get a shot and not turn the ball over in that situation. So it's on me just to be smarter in those situations. But if we look at the overall game, you know, I'm just grateful we were even in that position. Scored 39 in the fourth. You know, I gave ourselves a chance, and that's all we can ask for. At the end of the game, it's just about execution.
Yeah, that play aside, what's the synergy feel like between you and Luka, game 2?
Oh, it feels great. It feels great. I just think we got to get more timely stops and take care of a few possessions that could go either way. You know, when we're playing in this Western Conference, as I'm learning, there's a lot of physicality. There are a lot of players that go get buckets, but towards the end of the game, it's just about will and body positioning and doing the little things to get you a win. So offensive rebound down the stretch too, man, just crucial. That's all.
Kyrie, what clicked for you in the fourth quarter there, and are you still trying to kind of get a feel for when you can really get in that takeover mode with this team?
Yeah, I try not to overthink it, but obviously throughout the game when I'm not shooting the ball as well as I would like, you know, with the lead being stretched out by the Timberwolves tonight, there's a little bit of an antsiness that comes over me, but I just have an incredible resolve alongside my teammates to just stay poised and stay the course. Anything can happen in this league. I said it the other night, but just there are no 20-point leads that are safe in our league anymore. So if we can put ourselves in a great position defensively and get some stops consecutively, then I feel like we can be in the game with anybody. But I really wanted this one tonight at home. I did, and just didn't go our way.
What happened to cause you guys to fall down by 26 points in the third quarter?
Say that one time.
What happened to cause you guys to fall behind by 26 points?
I think those guys in the Minnesota Timberwolves locker room were playing very aggressive, and they were playing free. And you could tell they really wanted this game tonight. They were up into our chest, denying us. They were doing the little things to get them the win, and for the majority of the game, they had control of it until that fourth quarter. So, again, anything can happen throughout the game. We just got to hit our shots and just take care of the ball possession to possession, especially coming out at halftime.
How do you feel about the reception from the home crowd?
It was amazing. It was amazing. Don't take it for granted, and I'm grateful I could put on a show alongside my teammates. Again, I really wanted this win, so to all the Dallas fans at home, I apologize for not getting at least a shot up or something. I'm cringing myself. But it's fun and competition, and just learning more about my teammates as we continue to be in these situational games. You know, it just tells a lot about our team and how we respond.
You just mentioned learning about your teammates. What do you feel like? I mean, it's only 2 games, obviously, but what do you feel like you have learned about Luka and the way that you guys mesh together?
I think right now I'm just figuring out his pace, especially in the first quarter, coming out of halftime. Just figuring out what pace we're going to play at. When we're up and running and we're kind of gunning a little bit and switching out on perimeter and doing things to get the game going, not taking the ball out of the rim. We're forcing them to miss shots. We're forcing them to turn the ball over. And we're locked into the details of our adjustments. I feel like we play extremely well when we're doing that. So that pace is great for us, but obviously we can't wait until the fourth quarter to get it going like that. So that's on me. Just figure it out a little earlier, be aggressive, and just be myself.
Kyrie, when you're on a heater like that in the fourth quarter, like, what does that feel like mentally? Like, are you aware of how quickly, you know, you're stacking up points, or are you how would you describe like that kind of?
Just trying to win, just trying to win, and in that fourth quarter, you get to really see kind of where everybody's legs are. Just taking notes, again, mental notes. Guys have been playing well. Anthony Edwards, playing extremely well through the first 3 quarters. In that fourth quarter, we just slowed him down a little bit more, and he just wasn't as aggressive. But you look at the other guys on the team; they were playing pretty consistently throughout this game, and they made us pay every single time we overhelped. So you got to give them credit for doing what they needed to do tonight to get the win. But for us, there's some things that I feel like we can control, and looking forward to practice tomorrow and watching film with the guys.
Kyrie, I was with Jamal Crawford over this past summer when Bill Russell passed away, and he shared with me that you were up there, practicing your skills, improving your game. Just your thoughts about what you learned from both Jay Crossover and Bill Russell during that time there.
Man, well, Jamal Crawford has been a OG, a mentor, a big brother for not only me, but for countless others, and it just doesn't apply on the court. He really lends his ear. He's a great listener, and when you see somebody of that caliber taking care of their community, you want to emulate that same journey in some type of capacity. So I've had a relationship with Jamal since probably I was 8, 9 years old, when I used to be out in Washington with my grandparents, staying out there for 8 weeks at a time. So I used to go up and see some of their pro-am runs up in Seattle, Nate Robinson. I got to see a lot of the young guys come up, like Kevin Porter Jr. I have a lot of family ties out on the West Coast, up in the Northwest, so that's been fun. And one day, Jamal comes in and we're playing pickup, and I'm trying to get back from my knee injury, and Bill Russell walks in, and I'm telling you, kind of my jaw dropped just for him to come to my just our workout. I was about to say my pickup, but it was Jamal's pickup in our workout, and just blessed by his presence. I got a chance to read his book this year. Amazing, amazing man, transcended so many bounds in terms of fighting against racial injustices, and he puts that fire in your belly to really know who you are and where you come from. So just blessed to have that type of legacy from Bill Russell to follow up with, and just learn from. So if anybody hasn't read his book, I recommend his book. It's incredible insight, incredible journey, and nothing but respect to him and his family, and wish he was still here to celebrate life with us, but know he's in a better place.
You mentioned that you were adjusting to Luka's pace earlier in the game. With the Timberwolves being aggressive with double teams, how does that kind of impact that process for you, kind of like your aggressiveness and picking spots?
It doesn't have a huge impact. I think you just got to read the game again. It's not just on Luka, it's on all of us to figure the game out and go execute at a very high level where it's not pressure on one person. But obviously, we're going to push each other moving forward, and I'm just looking forward to just continuing to gain more minutes and reps. That's all I can ask for right now.
Kyrie kind of just took us through the last play. Can you take us through it from your perspective? You guys are passing it back and forth.
Obviously. First of all, it was great defense by the Wolves. I think that was great defense. We didn't get a clear shot, and we just passed each other, but I think it was great defense of them.
Did you take what you said you regretted on that last look in overtime in Sacramento? Did that factor into how you approached tonight's final possession?
I don't know. You're always gonna think about it. A lot of people wasn't happy, but I was trying to get him a shot. He trying to get me a shot. So at the end, nobody got a shot. But he was going off, So we tried to get a shot off, and we couldn't.
It was a different play, though. Was the ball supposed to go into you?
Yeah. And then hand off for attack, a quick 2 or a 3. But McDaniels tipped the ball. I'm surprised how he tipped the ball. His hands are really, really long. It's hard, but he's a great defender.
Luka, Kyrie obviously got cooking there to start the fourth quarter when you're resting. What's it like to sit over there and watch him work like that?
He was insane. And the whole bench was just looking at each other. I was like, how he does that, It was unbelievable to see, and he really got hot.
What happened there, Luka, when they took that 26-point lead in the third quarter? What were they doing in particular?
I think we just weren't aggressive enough. I think they were way more aggressive than us. And how we came back is by getting stops, and that's how we gotta work and work on our defense.
Jason said the first game after a long road trip, first home game after a long road trip is a good game. Why is that game so hard?
I mean, you're out of the house for like 10 days, and you just come back trying to be home, but it's always tough when you come from a long road trip, you know, especially under these circumstances, and we're still getting to know each other. But that's not an excuse, you know. I think Minnesota played great today, so give them credit.
Kid was asked about the defense, and he basically said, hey, we're here to outscore people. I'm curious your perspective on where do you guys find that balance between needing to, like you said, make some improvements defensively, but also kind of follow what Kid's saying?
I mean, yeah, you're not gonna win championship only by offense, you know. So you gotta get stops. But we show we can do this, so we gotta keep working on this.
Luka, habló Kyrie Irving sobre hasta ahora lo que ha sido para él el ajustarse a tu ritmo de juego. Para ti en estos dos primeros partidos, ¿cómo ha sido el intercambiar con él y las sensaciones que tienes?
Bien, creo que también él me empuja a jugar más rápido. Creo que lo estoy haciendo. Creo que estoy jugando más rápido de lo normal y estaré ajustándome más.